Yeah, good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's see who's here. Whoa, Todd. Matthew Murphy. Mr. Bassman. Bama Dude. Bama Dude. Yeah. John Dickens. Thomas Wilson. Jeremy Anderson. Floby. Peter Dragons. Cotton Eyed Joe. If it hadn't been for you, I'd have got married a long time ago. Speaking of getting married, boy, Josh Pate just can't stop taking L's, can he? That dummy got engaged. You believe that?
No, I hadn't heard.
Yeah, our buddy Juice Poot took a giant L, got engaged. Georgia not seeing a chip for 30 years. Dang, good thing they have 2 in the last 4. Yeah. Yeah. Asante, your boy, T-Skates is here. We should play a T-Skates video. We should play a T-Skates video. UJ almost lost to Nicholls State in 2016. Yep, almost. I was at that game, kinda. Long story. Tennessee is a blue blood. No, they're not. Ohio State has more championships than Georgia. That's true. That's true. Unfortunately for Ohio State, they can't beat Georgia. But they do have more natties. Well, we need to do what we can to make sure Florida never gets rid of Billy Napier. I don't think we have to do anything at all. Florida's doing everything they can do to make sure they don't get rid of Billy Napier. I mean, the guy's actively trying to get fired, and they won't fire him. So I don't think we have to do anything at all. Tommy Fries and Waffle House ain't shit. Yeah. Right. Ohio State will always be below Michigan. Just simple geography. Well, when you put it that way, Georgia is a blue blood. No, they're not. Any truth the Georgia players going to NASCAR experience? Not that I've heard. No. Watch any MLB, Lou. No, MLB is not on TV. And even if it was, I wouldn't watch it. I did bet the Braves today, though. Nebraska is still a great place to visit. How do you know that? No one's ever visited there. UF is coming. Yeah. You copy and paste that every off season. Wagway is going to dick down UGA. Wagway can't even dick down his own dick. His shoulders don't work. He's not even allowed to throw the ball. So I doubt he's going to dick down UGA if he can't even dick down his own dick. Watching Warriors versus Nuggets. A lot of offense, no defense. Welcome to the NBA regular season. That's what the NBA regular season is, nothing but a 60-minute three-point contest. That's all. There is no defense. You want to see real basketball, you got to wait 2 weeks for the playoffs to start. They don't even try to play defense until the playoffs start. I like those LED lights on the wall. There are no LED lights on the wall. In fact, there's nothing on the wall at all. Nothing. There's LED lights up here. Yeah. Georgia would be better with Fromm this year than they would Beck or Stockton. Jury's out on Stockton, but he wouldn't be better than Beck. That's fake news. Have you heard of a game named Chrono Trigger? No, I'm grown. I don't play games. J.J. McCarthy is miles above Carson Beck. That must be another geography thing, because that would be the only way. Who's the best quarterback in the SEC other than Nuss? Well, if you're talking about returning quarterbacks, Sellers, Nussmeier. That's about it. What wagers do you have today? The only one I have left is the who are the Lakers playing? The Lakers are playing the Pelicans, and I've got the Pelicans plus 15. So let's see what the score is. Got the Pelicans plus 15 against the Lakers. Let's check the score. The Pelicans are actually winning 29-25. So far, so good on that. Kirby Smart is overrated. Well, it would be impossible for him to be underrated because he's rated 1. He's the best coach in college football. So a bad defense has the best running room in the country. Smart as Dabo, 2 and done. So more than any other coach in college football? Okay. Ha ha, your coach has the most natties of any coach in all of college football. Ha ha ha. God damn. Are you all right, man? Did you bump your head? Ha ha ha. Kirby Smart only has 2 natties. Oh, Jesus. Kirby is 3rd at best. No, Kirby's the best coach in football. Kirby has a losing record against Ole Miss and Bama and LSU. Georgia losing 6 games next year. Damn. Florida or Auburn tomorrow. You know, I picked Florida to win it all. Well, I picked Florida to make. I picked Florida and Duke to play for the title, but I'm starting to think Auburn might beat them. You must love Cole McDonald's fries because you're here like it's your job. Kirby has a losing record against a former Pac-12 coach. DeBoer has a losing record against Vandy. So I'll take a losing record versus Bama. You can have your coach's losing record versus Vandy. Why do Bama fans can't read but know how to use a keyboard? No, they use a speak and spell. Mike Norvell is suing Uncle Lou. Tell him to bring it on. Lou, you look like Scott Frost. Hey, Lou, you sure Brian Kelly is a good coach? Because I'm 50-50 on both sides. Good? Yeah, he's definitely good. There should be no debate whether Brian Kelly is good or not. The debate should be how good, or is he great? I don't think he's great. I think he's good. He's been coaching in the Power 4/5 for 15 years and averages over 10 wins a year. How many coaches in the history of college football have done that? 10? Air fryer is the best method of cooking French fries. That sounds like something a bootlegger would say. That's about right. Yeah. What's worse, French fries in an air fryer or whatever fucking toilet liquor you're brewing up in your backyard? Kelly is definitely a good coach. I don't know about a great coach. Yeah, I don't think he's a great coach. But I definitely think he's good. Might not work out for him at LSU, but I think he's a good coach. Why aren't you watching WNBA? I didn't even know it was on. But even if I did know it was on, I wouldn't be watching it. Has he drank coffee today? You know what? Can I have a coffee? Y'all want me to get riled up?
You must want this stream to end really soon.
All right. The lady's going to make me a coffee, but y'all asked for it. How many coffees have you had today? I had 2 this morning. That's it. Will Sunbelt Billy find his way? What? His way out of Gainesville? Eventually. Yeah. Yeah, probably in November. Another 2, both of you get fired up. Tariffs can't take down Uncle Woo. Yeah, fuck the tariffs. They're not tariffing me. They're out of control with these tariffs. Did they really put a tariff on Wakanda? I mean, it feels like they're trolling at this point. They put a tariff on Wakanda and Mordor. I'm like, come on, man. Really? Lou 2028. Yeah, that's been mentioned before, and it is a great idea. Unfortunately, I don't have time. I mean, I do have time to be president. It doesn't take any time at all to be president. For example, 4 U.S. servicemen were killed in Lithuania a couple of days ago. They flew home today. They had the ceremony earlier. And Trump couldn't even go because he was playing golf in Florida. So that tells you right there. It doesn't take any time at all to be president. It's running for president that takes too much time for me. It takes way too much time. Mike Norvell knows what he's doing. Yeah. 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 It's pretty bad when Mario Cristobal is the best coach in the state of Florida, ain't it? Trump announced a 69% tariff on Georgia football players' speeding tickets. I can get behind that because whatever the punishments are clearly aren't enough. So I can get behind that. I can get behind some sort of Trump tariff on Georgia speeding tickets. Have the Voltars bailed on Nico? I don't think they've bailed on him, but they've given up on the idea that he's winning 19 Heismans, a Nobel Peace Prize, an Oscar, and a Stage Guild Award. They've given up on that. Tennessee might go crazy talking 19. What does that say? Talking 1998 championship. Norvell has a ship, so he is the best coach in Florida. Nico is a poor man's Ooga Badoogie. God damn. You know how bad you have to be a bad version of DJ Uiungalulu? Is Nico really that bad? Oh. Dang. You know, I hate to hear that because Tard Nation had a lot of hopes and dreams that revolved around Nico. But now you're telling me he's a poor man's version of DJ Uiungalele? That's alarming. That alarms me. It doesn't make me mad, though. It doesn't make me mad. It just alarms me. It's very alarming. It's extremely alarming, too. And also, Norvell has an undefeated season. No, he doesn't. I want the Josh Heupel morning routine video. What? Juice Poot. Congratulations on getting engaged, Woozy. Did I hit it twice?
5-star dummy.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, y'all know Juice Poot got engaged. Uncle Lou's fat wife bought him that chain. Now, that can't be true because, A, I don't have a wife. And number two, I bought this. So I know that can't be true. Dubu wasn't Root. No, Dubu was Newt Root. He was Newt Root at all. The SEC needs UNC. For what? Their stellar basketball? Oh, wait. Their lacrosse team or something? What? Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? JD Pickle and Juice Poot are the same person. No. That's fake news. Now, they might be two sides of the same coin. Did you think about that? Did you think about that? Two sides of the same coin. Corporate shills. That's what they are. They work for the man. See? They work for the man. Yeah. Lou's favorite color is orange. No, I don't like orange. Woo, why don't you get on your knees and show Lagway what you are only good for? Well, he'd probably get injured again. You don't want that, do you? Guy can't check the mail without pulling a hamstring. How are we against the bookie, Lou? I'm taking a beating as well, buddy. I'm taking a beating. I'm down like $300 this week. Did the bookie recover from Monday? Well, he's in the process of recovering. He's in the process. I beat the soul out of him last week, and he's getting me back this week. Woo, what's more likely, Urban Cryer gets an Oscar for acting like he has a heart attack or he has a real heart attack? Well, he's not getting an Oscar. I wouldn't wish a heart attack on anybody, but clearly it's more likely he has a heart attack than gets an Oscar for faking one. Yeah. Deion Sanders will win the Natty, Woo. Of course he will. Of course he will. All right. Questions for the lady now. So, questions for the lady. Enough of this football shit. Questions for the lady. Remember, I'm reading the chat until someone makes me mad. Someone called you my fat wife. Does that make you mad?
No, because I'm not his wife.
And you're not fat. Weighs 120 pounds. If you blow on her, she'll tip over. How are you feeling, BA?
Better. Today's a good day.
Yeah, same. Today's a good day. Same. I'm only reading questions for the lady right now. Whatever you do, don't make me mad by asking me questions when I clearly said it's time to ask questions for the lady. Do you smack Lou in his sleep?
No.
Yeah, do you?
No, I don't.
Well, I wake up sore sometimes. I don't know.
I don't know. That's on you. That's a you problem then.
Can the lady come up with something that makes Lou mad? She came up with something yesterday that made me mad.
What was that?
You didn't know how to rewind or start a show at the beginning.
Yeah,
It made me. I went from 0 to get me out of here in about 5 seconds.
Well, it's not a fake wall, Roger Dodger, so of course I don't believe in it.
Are they on with the wall again?
It's a real wall.
It's a real wall. I don't understand why y'all think it's a fake wall. What's your favorite anime? Hopefully none.
I don't watch anime.
Okay, good. Good. I mean, look, anime is fucking weird. And the people that watch it are weird. That's just what it is. It doesn't, that's not, that's not I'm not saying that as an insult, but like, you know, people that watch anime are fucking weird. Now, I'm weird, but not because I watch anime. It's other shit. Everybody's weird. But people who watch anime are weird because they watch anime. Like, it's just fucking weird. Does the lady come with the green screen? God damn it. You know what? And no, I'm not mad.
It's not a green screen. Y'all starting early.
Pissed me off. Trying to make me mad, but it's not working. You can't make me mad. You can try. You can try to make me mad, but it's not gonna work. I'm not getting mad today. Not getting mad. Not getting mad at all. Getting mad would be stupid. Not getting mad, I'm just demonstrating something. Can you skeleton key to open this thing?
Oh!
Retards. Now let's try something. Now we can try something retarded. You want to? Of course y'all do. No, you do. You'll stay retarded. Of course you want to try something retarded. First, let's turn this dog shit off. Dog shit off. All right, turned off the dog shit. Well, now what are we doing? Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. Now the green screen is gone. Where'd it go? I don't know. Where'd the green screen go, Lou? I don't know. Where's the green screen, Lou? What is this? No. What is this? Move that around. Move this around. What is this? I don't know what that is. Get that out of there. I don't know what I'm doing. The green screen. There you go. Green screen. See? Now the green screen's gone. Put the green screen back on. Back to the green screen again. Hey. It's magic. It's magic. Hey, magic. You want to see me pull a bird out of my pocket? Speaking of magic, here, let me pull a bird out of my pocket. Here you go. All right. Five-star dummies. You know, see what y'all do? Try to make me mad. You can't. Y'all are down bad. Y'all can't even make me mad. That used to be all y'all were good at. Remember when y'all used to be able to do that, no problem. Now y'all can't even do that. Y'all are down bad. Y'all are down real bad. Y'all used to be able to make me mad, no problem. Now you're struggling. Can't make me mad at all. Dang, hate that for y'all. It's a real shame is what it is. Absolute shame. Man, tugs at my heartstrings. Y'all used to be able to make me mad without trying. More questions for the lady? What? What more questions for the lady now? Kirby Smart is nearsighted. You either don't know what you're saying or you can't spell. Could be both, really. Could be both. Fire Bobo. Yeah, that's not happening. So you have to gives you a whole nother year to cry about it. Yeah. Auntie Lou, do the carpets match the drapes? Dang.
He's a manscaper, so.
No, they're asking you. Auntie Lou.
No, I think they're asking you because they know that you're a ginger.
I'm pretty sure I said questions for the lady, so pretty sure they're asking you. So
yes.
This will be the season Tennessee finally beats Georgia. Yeah, you've been copy and pasting that for 9 years, bud. Hey, Lou, go ahead and read this. Okay. Hold on, let me read it. Hey, Lou, go ahead and read this. Okay. Taking bets. How many Georgia players go to jail this year? Jail? Like from now through the end of the year? I'll say 0. Is your favorite team Notre Dame? Yeah, boy, nothing gets past you. You have an amazing grasp of the obvious. Yeah. Has anyone upset you yet? Am I still here, dummy? I mean, the title of the stream is reading the chat until someone makes me mad. And then you ask if anyone has made me mad yet, knowing good and fucking well that I'm still here. Now, that almost made me mad.
Almost. Just a little bit. Stranger Things is dog shit. Well, it's dog shit that they're making me wait 3 years to put out the second half of the last season or whatever dumb shit they're doing. So you're part right without even knowing it. Lou is hard-headed tonight. That coffee is losing his brain cells. Lou ain't got no interest in y'all making him mad. I got interest. It's not, I have interest in it. It's just y'all don't have the ability for whatever reason. I don't know. Any more work trips to Cherokee? You know, it's funny you ask. I text some people today, and I was like, why aren't we going to Cherokee on Monday to watch the national title game? But no, it seemed like nobody wanted to go, so. I am going to Atlanta on Wednesday. Does that count? I mean, it doesn't count as going to Cherokee, but it counts as going somewhere. Yeah. Woo, open your mouth as wide as you can and see how much of the mic you can fit in your mouth. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good sized mic there, bud. Butch Jones is a better head coach than Kirby Smart. I think some people are confusing the goal of trying to make me mad with trying to act retarded. It seems like some of you are just trying to act retarded instead of trying to make me mad. Well, and to be honest, some of y'all ain't acting. I mean, a significant portion of y'all are actually retarded. You know?
Like we're however long we are into the stream, 35 minutes. There's been like 600 comments about Georgia speeding, but people are still doing it. That's retarded. I should make a video just of things that are retarded. Actually, I might. You know what I'll do? I'll just go back through like the last 3 or 4 live shows I've done. I'll just screen record the comment section, and then I'll just post that. I'll title the video "Things That Are Retarded," and then the entire video will just be the comment section scroll from some random video that I did. Yeah, retarded. Where's the helmet wall? Well, the helmet wall is right there. I mean, it's a wall. Yeah. If you make a video of things that are retarded, start with your face. Oh, yeah? Your face is retarded. Oh, yeah? Well, my dad can beat up your dad. God damn, man. Oh, it is Friday, isn't it? Fuck.
It is Friday.
Damn it. That's right, it's Friday. I forgot. So there's no school tomorrow, so we got some 8 and 9-year-olds in here with the playground jokes. Uncle Lou voted for Stacey Abrams. No, that's not true. That's not true. I don't mind Brian Kemp. I mean, I don't agree with everything he does, but for the most part, he's pretty reasonable. Lou, you voted for Biden, be honest. Yes. In 2020? Yeah. What do you think of y'all's rivalry with Missouri? Was that last off season? Was that Jarrett that said that? Jarrett, are you in here? Was that you that said that? It was a regular caller, wasn't it? It wasn't like just some rando. Jarrett, was that you that tried to convince everybody that Georgia and Missouri were rivals? Who was that? I forget who that was that said that now. What do you think about egg prices? I don't think much about them, one way or the other. I don't need the government to do anything to help me afford eggs, if that's what you mean. Oklahoma was the better team in 2017. You could make that argument, I guess. I mean, I think Georgia was better than Bama in 2017. Better team doesn't always win. Lou, do you believe Jake Fromm was innocent? What was he charged? Was he charged with something? I didn't know he was charged with anything. What's your take on Miami having the biggest choke of all time last year against Georgia Tech? Don't know that it was the biggest choke of all time, but, you know, I liked watching Miami last year. They were an exciting team to watch because so many of their games came down to fourth quarter because their defense was so bad. And I talked about it the first 6-7 weeks of the season. I was like, you can't play like this all year. Eventually, you're going to lose one. And they ended up losing 2. Georgia Tech and Syracuse. That defense just let them down. But Miami was one of the most entertaining teams to watch last year because so many of their games got good at the end because their defense was so bad. You probably don't have a lot of money in the stock market or you'd be mad. Well, I'm 46 years old, so whatever money I have or don't have in the stock market is still 16 years away at the earliest from being taken out. Now, people who should be worried are people who are 60, 61, 62 years old, planning on retiring 6 months from now, something like that, because they've lost 10% of their retirement in the last 2 days. And I feel bad for those people. 2008, it was the same way. I know people. My dad had friends in 2008 who were set to retire like the following year and ended up having to work like 2 or 3 extra years because they lost so much money out of their retirement when the market collapsed in 2008. And same thing's happening now. I mean, if you're under 50 years old, you don't have anything to worry about. The market's always rebound eventually. But if you're 58, 59, 60, or you were planning on retiring 6 months from now or something like that, you're down bad right now on your retirement. Now, the millionaires and billionaires who hide money in the stock market to keep from paying taxes on it, or people like Elon Musk who use their stocks to buy things, well, I don't feel sorry for those people, no. I feel sorry for the regular working man who's had a 401k his whole life and was supposed to retire in 6 months, and now they got to work another 4 years. I do feel sorry for those people. Taxation is theft. Am I right, Lou? I am not 100% anti-tax. I think the way we are taxed is a little out of control, but I'm not 100% anti-tax. I enjoy things like paved roads, running water in my house. I like the fact that if my house catches on fire, a fire department shows up. I like having a military, so I'm not 100% anti-tax. Do you get taxed hard off of super chats? Well, I just get a 1099 at the end of the year from Google, and it doesn't separate super chats from ad revenue. So whatever I make, super chats plus ad revenue, I just get one 1099 from Google at the end of the year for that total amount. It's not broken up. Now, I can look up on my end how much money I made in ad revenue versus how much money I made in super chats, but you don't have to separate it on I don't have to separate it tax wise. Lou, you're a financial advisor? ? No. No, I only can say what I do. I can't. I'm not going to say what anybody else should do. If you ask me something, I'll tell you what I do. But I'm not a financial advisor. No. I'm obviously extremely smart and could give you some great advice, and you should probably listen to everything I say. But no, I'm not a financial advisor. Do you get paid personally through YouTube, or do you have a business that you started to take in payments? I'm LLC'd. So like the person earlier that said they were suing me or whatever it was they said about suing me, they can't sue me. Not for anything that happens on YouTube. You have to sue the LLC. Lou, are you pro renting or buying a house? I think there's advantages to both. I think it's probably better to own, but given someone's individual situation, it could be better to rent it. So, but there are advantages to both. What about the roads, Woo? What about them? Gambling is for losers. I saw Lou in the Denny's bathroom. I know that's not true because fuck Denny's. You won't catch me in there. So I know that's not true. Do you have a non-YouTube job? Well, I get paid from a lot of different places, but it's all. I don't have some other job I go to and clock in every day. No, what you see me do, that's what I do for a living. Now I do it on YouTube. I do it on Bleacher Report. I get all kinds of sponsorship deals. I probably have 15 1099s when I get ready to file my taxes every year. But it's all based around what I do with college football. Lou, do you still have your broken TV from 2016? No, I don't.
You do Bleacher Report? Yeah, twice a week. Monday and Friday at 7 p.m. College Football Daily on the Bleacher Report. Woo doesn't hold his wee-wee when he pees. Well, if it's long enough, you don't have to hold it, dummy. You probably have to hold it. I mean, God damn. If it's heavy enough, it just drapes right down. What the fuck, man? What are you working with?
Oh, my God.
I mean, no, I don't hold my dick when I pee. I walk right in and it just flop it right over and pee. What do you do? God damn, man. I feel bad for you now. Holy shit. Damn, man. You're down bad. Down real bad, man. Thoughts on Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute? I don't think he did it as a Nazi salute. I do think he did it to, he's a troll. You know, I do think he knew. I think when he did it, he knew what the reaction would be, and I think that's why he did it. But I don't think Elon Musk is a Nazi. Napier's a better coach than Kirby. Yeah, see, we're back to the just, instead of trying to make me mad, you're trying to prove that you're retarded. But you proved that a long time ago. Get Kangaroo Black on the show, please. I've been on his show before. I don't know why he won't come over here. I like him. I like Kangaroo Black. I don't watch all of his shows. It's you know, I don't have time to watch all of everything that I like to watch. But like if I'm sitting through the living room and I happen to scroll through YouTube and he's live or something, I'll always click on it and hang out for a while. Kangaroo Black said your show sucks. No, Kangaroo Black likes me. We get along good. I'm pretty sure I live pretty close to you. Oh, yeah? I live in the Augusta area. Lou gave up on his fitness journey. Yeah, I told y'all. It's hard for me to stick with it.
I think if you started earlier on in the football season, you'd stick with it.
Matt Be Great is better than this. I don't know who that is. I believe you, though. Lou, did you get banned from the Vol Network? I don't know what the Vol Network is. George is a one-hit wonder with a mascot. Or a one-hit wonder that won 2 natties in the last 4 years. Are you sure? That's not adding up, bud. It's not adding up. No, we're not going. We're not. No, we don't rent the house out for Masters. No. Called into the Vol Network. I don't know what that. I don't know what the Vol Network is. What is that? A YouTube channel? Lou, when is General Voltard making his triumph? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Florida won 2 natties. Well, they've won 3 natties, hadn't they? Which is more difficult, being a fighter pilot or being a football player? Oh, I don't know. Being a football player is probably more physically demanding. But, I mean, I don't know anything about fighter pilot. I'm assuming it's not easy to be a fighter pilot, though. You think Alabama got snubbed, Lou? What do you mean, by not making the playoffs? No, they didn't deserve to make the playoffs. UJ lost their best quarterback to a team with a duck. Josh Pate knows what he's talking about. Oh, yeah, Noah. Nate Oates wanted to leave Bama fans. What? Carson Beck cheated on his girlfriend. I don't know that to be true, but that I mean, I heard the same stories you heard.
I'm sorry. Who would want to get with Carson Beck? He looks really. He's weird looking.
Yeah, he is very weird looking.
He's very weird looking.
Yeah, he got a lot of money though.
Yeah, that's true.
Carson Beck looks like Jar Jar Binks. I recommend watching the Blue Angels documentary. No, I'm good. I just need a stream of Lou responding and explaining George comments. First of all, no one can explain George comments. Now, I could attempt to read them, but even that's a challenge sometimes. But they can't be explained. They can't be explained. Carson Beck looks like Sid from Ice Age. I don't think I've ever seen that.
That's pretty accurate.
It is.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Someone else.
Yeah, he's weird
looks
looking.
Like Timmy from South Park. That was actually pretty accurate too.
I don't think I've ever seen Ice Age, no. What happened to the super fat guy that used to be on the show? You talking about Chess Hall? I have no idea what happened to him. No clue. Don't even know if he's still alive. I guess he is. Carson Beck got a shark mouth with spread eyes. Ohio State will the championship again this year. Words missing there, bud. She's tons of fun, and you're fun at all. I've always thought Carson Beck looked like Pete Davidson if he did a lot of crack. I think Pete Davidson did do a lot of crack. I'm pretty sure he did.
He might still be doing a lot of
I'm
crap.
pretty sure he did do a lot of crack. And a lot of other shit, too. I'm pretty sure. All right. Since y'all can't make me mad, y'all want to try to make the lady mad? Y'all got 5 minutes to see if you can make the lady mad. This will be a serious challenge here. Have they ever made you mad?
I don't think so.
See if they can do it. I don't know. I don't think they can. I don't know. We'll see.
What sweater? I'm not wearing a sweater. My feet are covered with socks right now, so let's see if I can get it. There, see? Do I think Carson Beck is good looking? No, I'm old enough to be his mother. I have a child his age. Stop showing my shut up. Stop. My feet are not toddler feet. They're normal feet, okay? He thinks I have toddler feet and toddler hands. Paddle feet. Well, you can try Matt Doomit, but it's, yeah. It takes a lot for me to get angry. That's what I've heard, Matthew Murphy. I know. I might be in the wrong. I might be in the wrong. I might be doing the wrong job. I should look into making money with my feet. What does Lou do that most annoys you? Um, he's he's a morning person. If I had to pick one, he's a morning person. I am not a morning person. Like, as soon as he gets up, he's raring to go. Is Lou making me a sandwich? You know what? He should make me a sandwich, shouldn't he? And what's up, Jody? Does Lou snore? It depends on if he's sick. He does, but and if he hasn't slept, yeah. So, but no, I mean it's nothing that I'm not used to. So, hey, girl. What's Uncle Lou's favorite brand of mayo? How long have you been around, Matthew? Dukes. He likes Dukes. Oh yeah, I've heard Paul snore before, so yeah, I believe you on that, DJ David. No, he does not put mayonnaise on his fries. Only weirdos put mayonnaise on their fries. Are you one of those weirdos that puts mayonnaise on their fries? That's disgusting. Ugh. I wouldn't know. I think Duke's is more mayonnaise than Miracle Whip. I don't use mayonnaise, so not as disgusting as mayo. I mean, honey mustard is more of a condiment that a lot of people use. I think Lou actually dips his fries in honey mustard. That's true, Matthew. Weirdos do put mayo on hot dogs too. Yes. Honey mustard is meant for fries. I don't know. I'm pretty basic. I, I usually don't use dipping sauce when I eat chicken fingers. That's gonna be a never, Jenny. Does Lou dip his pizza in ranch? No. That's gross too. I don't know. Ugh. I like ranch, but it doesn't belong on pizza. Do you wear the pants in this business relationship? There's no business relationship. There's no business relationship. Pineapple does not belong on pizza. I've tried it before. It's okay, but no, pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. Ketchup on fries? Yes, ketchup on fries. No, the only thing ranch belongs on is a salad. That's it. Oh, and like, dipping sauce for carrots and whatnot. Am I a folder or a crusher? I'm not sure what that means. What's on my bucket list? Well, when going on the cruise kind of marks some of that off because, I've never been on a cruise and I've never been out of the country. So I got two things off my bucket list. Favorite hot sauce? Sriracha. I have eaten tomato on pizza before. Sliced tomatoes. Yeah, we just ate a little while ago, actually. What do I talk about on my channel? Anything and everything, John. Come on over. I do a show every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern with Tiger Cat. Most of you probably know her. My favorite band? There's too many to name. So I'm definitely more of a like 90s, like I like 90s music. What's my YouTube channel? Battle Angel. I do, Matthew. I have a show. Yes, I have a show. It's called Bad Bitch Fuel. You guys are fascinated with pegging, huh? So that must be something that's that's on y'all's list. Do y'all want to peg Lou? Is that what's going on? Y'all want to peg him? Thank you, Uncle Lou. There you go. There's my channel. If you Bad Bitch Fuel, Fuel. Um, what food restaurants do you miss from California? I've never lived in California. I've never even been to California, so oh, that'd be great, John. Yeah, I mean, it's you got two female hosts on there, so it might be something she'd be interested in. We generally do talk about everything, so yes, I've been to Tennessee a bunch of times. Is Lou playing in the Masters this year? No, his legs don't work. Metallica or Megadeth? Metallica. And he doesn't have time. His legs don't work and he doesn't have time. 9 Inch Nails. Have I found Ballard a girlfriend yet? No. Mm-mm. It's not my job to find him a girlfriend. They try their best.
Did they make you mad?
Nope.
They didn't?
Nope. They tried their best, though.
Dang. They suck.
I know.
They can't do anything
They
right.
can't do anything right.
Disappointing. That's extremely disappointing. I'm sure y'all'd make the lady mad.
We got a lot of people asking about pegging, though, so they must be interested in pegging.
Oh yeah, there's some weird motherfuckers
Yeah.
that hang out here. Yeah. Some weird motherfuckers. Back to plaid PJs. No, I had these on.
I think the only PJ pants I have are plaid, aren't they?
They're all plaid.
Yeah, I think I have 3 pair of pajama pants, and they're all plaid. Are all pajama pants plaid?
No?
I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are. I don't know.
Most of them probably are, but not all of them.
Nirvana is a dumpster fire. Yeah, probably the most overrated band of my lifetime. Nirvana. Not that good. They're not that good. Favorite band? Tool. Boxers or briefs? Boxers. Well, I wear
Boxer briefs.
I wear boxer briefs. Yeah.
So both.
Yeah, Nirvana's an example of the legend of something being greater than the reality. And I'm not trying to make light of Kurt Cobain's death. That was sad, but because he died at such a young age, at the sort of height of Nirvana's popularity, the legend of Nirvana has taken on this life of its own that is far greater than what the band actually was, in my opinion. I mean, no, I'm not a Nirvana fan. Lou, do you listen to country? Not a lot of new country, no. I loved country like in the mid 90s, early to mid 90s. I listened to a lot of country, but I don't like today's country. Some of it is okay, but I don't know. Whose favorite singer is Justin Bieber? Well, that's not true, but I have been to a Justin Bieber concert. That is true. Do you like Eric Church? I don't think I probably can't name a single song he sings. Tupac or Biggie? Tupac. Now, I'm not on the pick a side deal. I love Biggie, but if I had to pick one or the other, I'll take Tupac. Lou loves getting calls about his car's extended warranty. Is it just me, or has that calmed down some?
It has calmed down.
Favorite 90s country artist? Garth Brooks. I think Garth Brooks is one of the greatest artists of all time, regardless of genre. The Peach Pass toll where they send you the fake link. I don't know about that. Now, I do keep getting text messages about paying a parking ticket, and I know that's a complete scam because they don't even have parking tickets here. What fan base has the lowest IQ? Wow. Well, there's 2 ways to look at that. You can look at it at like in general over an extended period of time, or you can look at like this particular moment in time. Like there's been times obviously where Tennessee fans were the dumbest fan base on the planet. Most recently, I think Florida State fans probably have that honor. There's been times I think where Alabama fans have fallen into that category. Yeah, we don't have tolls here either. Josh Pate got engaged. Yale has the most national championship wins with 18. Alabama behind them with 16. Alabama's got about 12 national titles.
which is still the most of any major college football program, but they don't have 18 like they claim. It's even more ridiculous. The fact that they have the most actual natties makes it even more ridiculous that they feel the need to claim all the fake ones. And they didn't even claim the fake ones until after Bear Bryant died, and they were wallowing around in their own piss and shit, moping around because Bear Bryant died. So out of the blue, they said, well, we now have 6 more natties than we ever claimed before. That'll make us feel better. They literally didn't claim any of those natties until 1983. They went back in time and claimed a bunch of made-up natties. They claim natties in years where they finished 3rd in the SEC and lost their bowl game. I mean, it's fucking sad. It's real sad. Lou, do not watch Final Four on stream. We lose every time you watch Auburn. That's not true, or else they would have lost in the tournament already. So, more made-up shit. Your favorite team is BYU. In a scenario where the Big Ten and SEC pull away, I would feel like much less of a college football fan. Well, that's part of the reason I don't want that to happen. Because I do think you're going to lose a lot of. I think college football is going to lose a lot of fans if it goes to just the SEC and the Big Ten. Like, do you think Oregon, like take Oregon State fans and Washington State fans? Imagine having to watch football last year. Like, I don't know. A lot of Oregon State and Washington State football fans probably said, fuck it, and stopped watching. Georgia's not a blue blood. I think Georgia is the first team on the list outside of the 8 blue bloods. But I do not think Georgia's a blue blood, no. Auburn would have got destroyed in 2004. UJ or Penn State? What do you mean? Who would win if they played this year? Be a good game. I think Penn State's going to be good again. UJ will have a huge drop-off this year. Oh, yeah? Would Cam Newton have ever been an asset at UGA? They wanted Cam Newton to play tight end. It's one of the reasons he didn't come to UGA. They recruited him as a tight end.
Uncle Lou's best dating advice.
Best dating advice. Oh, man. Dating advice? What, like how to get a date? Or what to do on a date? What do you mean?
Yeah, Bagman, elaborate.
Is Auburn around 15 on the all-time list? Oh, I don't know. I don't go that. The only reason people are obsessed and fascinated with the blue blood thing for some reason. I don't really know why. But when it comes to talking about blue bloods, I don't rank them like that. So I don't know. I mean, I could look up Auburn's history real quick and just give you some thoughts as it relates to blue bloods. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they would rank on a blue blood list, but they're nowhere close to being a blue blood though. Rudy is the best movie. You couldn't even type that without putting you. That's so dumb. You had to put just kidding at the end.
I bet you didn't type that with straight face either.
Joshua, thank you for the super chat. F22 Raptor, thank you for the super chat. He says, which is more difficult, being a fighter pilot or being a football player? We already answered that earlier when you typed it. And same thing with Howie. Howie, thank you for the super chat. He wanted to know my thoughts on Elon Musk doing the Nazi salute. So we talked about that too. Is Florida blue blood? Is that a joke? No. Florida blue blood. No. No. SEC is a has-been conference with NIL now. Yeah, they've only won half the natties in the NIL era, the SEC, which is way off their pace over the last 25 years, where they've won 18 of the last 25 in the NIL. So they were winning about 90% of the national titles. Now they're only winning 50% of the national titles. So, yeah, they completely fell off the map. You're right. You cracked the code. Bryce says, Lou, it's better to owe on taxes. Yes. 100%. Yes, it is. Facts. That is facts. Lou, name a QB better than vintage Peyton Manning. You talking about at the college level? There's 100 college quarterbacks that were better than Peyton Manning. He didn't have that great of a career. Never beat Florida. Never won a natty. Doesn't own any records that I'm aware of. He's one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks of all time, but as far as college goes, he just kind of good. I think Billy Napier is actually a pretty good coach. You say that's a hot take? Yeah, scalding hot. Third-degree burn type shit there. What's the dog doing? Must be laying around somewhere. On the bed, I think. The cat just came in here. Hey, Monk. You want to say hi to see what he was doing in this month? Come here. Okay. Well, we ran her off. She had to run out of the room. Billy Napier will win the Heisman this year? Yeah. Yeah. Does the name Josh Dobbs scare you? No. The face is kind of scary looking, but the name doesn't do anything. No. Thoughts on the Final Four? In my bracket or whatever that I did, I had Florida and Duke playing for the Natty. But I really think Auburn has a chance to win tomorrow. Is Janai Broome 100%? No one on Georgia roster could win the Heisman this season? Yeah, that's probably accurate. You've probably answered this 1,000 times, but do you expect Gunnar Stockton to be the QB? Yes. Yeah, it'll be Gunnar Stockton unless he gets hurt. I saw a video today of Auburn doing like they were coming out onto the court for like a shoot around practice, and he had his whole arm like wrapped up because he had done something to his elbow or something. You know what I'm talking about. If you're an Auburn fan, you know what I'm talking about. I forget if it was a dunk or a rebound or something he went up for, and he landed back on his arm. Remember, he actually came out of the game for a little while and then went back in. Yeah, Patreon stream tomorrow for the Final Four. So I think the game starts at 6 tomorrow. Anyway, we'll go live on Patreon about 10 minutes, 15 minutes before the game start tomorrow, and we'll hang out and watch the Final Four over on the Patreon stream. Which, speaking of the Patreon, is half off right now, by the way. If you sign up on Patreon right now, it's half off. Where is it? This is a great way to help support the channel year-round, but especially during the off season.
A great way to help support the channel. There's a link if you want to go check it out. If you've ever thought about joining the Patreon, and for whatever reason, maybe you didn't, now might be a good time to check it out. It's half off if you sign up, I think, by Sunday. But we're streaming tomorrow, so if you're going to sign up, you should do it by tomorrow. That way you can hang out and watch the Final Four with us tomorrow. Since Bama's new QB will be Ty Simpson, make a new dumb nickname for him like you did with Jalen Milroe. Well, some people are already calling him Bart Simpson, which that seems a little too easy. That seems like some low-hanging fruit. That seems a little too obvious there. So we'll have to try to come up with something different. But I heard Austin Mack's transferring out, too, when the portal opens at the end of April. How do you think Carson Beck would do? I think he'll put up video game numbers. Not really in the habit of rating guys on a looks scale of 1 to 10. Seems like something might be more up your alley. Early Heisman favorite? Look. The two best players in the country play wide receiver and safety. But Heisman favorite? Cade Klubnik, Nussmeier at LSU, whoever the Ohio State quarterback ends up being. I mean, I know a quarterback didn't win it last year, but 9 times out of 10, a quarterback's going to win it. But I don't think a quarterback will be the best player in the country this year. But that doesn't seem to matter a lot of times when it comes to the Heisman. Bryce Underwood is your biological son. Am I going to do a video on SMU's schedule? You know, I'm not sure if they're on the list or not. If you're on the Patreon page, you can go over there. There's a post on Patreon about the schedule videos. If you're on Patreon, go over there, leave a comment that says SMU, and then I'll definitely do it. But I can't remember if they're already on the list or not. Did you do Texas schedule yet? Did I? You know what? I can't remember. Let me see. There's a playlist. It's got them all on there. Where is it? There we go. Oregon, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Ole Miss, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Clemson, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Colorado, Tennessee, Michigan, Miami, Penn State, Florida, Florida State, Alabama. So, no, I have not done Texas. Unless I forgot to add it to the playlist, but I don't think I've done Texas. Well, the first part of that is right, Donovan, and I'm just not even. I mean, that's just realistic. No, an Auburn player's not winning the Heisman this year, but of the 3 you named, I mean, I'm almost always going to side with the quarterback when it comes to a Heisman, conversation. But where's Patriot News? I think we ran him off. You know, it's always the people that run around talking about how beta they are and everyone else is, or how alpha they are. Everyone else is a beta, they're alpha, you know. People get offended too easy. Then you make fun of the guy for 5 minutes and he disappears and never comes back. Yeah, what a shock that was. Remember Slimy Hot Boy? How could I forget Slimy Hot Boy? Of course I remember.
Nico is better than Aaron Murray. Well, he hasn't done anything up to this point to suggest that. Nothing. He may end up being better when it's all said and done, but he hasn't done anything so far to that would suggest that. Nico is overpaid. Where is he at? Surprised he hasn't come back around. Slimy Hot Boy, yeah. I haven't seen him in, I think it was 2 off seasons ago was the last time I heard from him, I think. I think losing to Michigan for a 4th year in a row might have did him in. He might have jumped out of a window. Uncle Lou says negative things. Do I say negative things or do I tell the truth about USC? You don't think I'm a USC hater. What reason would I have to be a USC hater? I give my opinion on USC. I mean, it just so happens they're not very good. That doesn't make me a hater. If you want to hear lies about how good your team is, you can listen to Juice Poot. I don't do that. Who's the real wide receiver? You. Right now, there is no better place in the country for a wide receiver to be than Ohio State. That's not even debatable. Now, all time, I don't know. You'd have to go back and add up first-round picks or Heisman winners or Biletnikoff winners and all that kind of thing, and I haven't taken the time to do that. But right now, today, there is no better place for a wide receiver in all of college football than Ohio State, period. And whoever is in second, maybe it's LSU, whoever is in second, it's a distant fucking second. Do you think Coach Fickle and Coach Rule will be retained after the 2025 season? I think they'll both be in trouble if they don't do well in 2025. I definitely think Matt Rule will be back. I think Luke Fickle could be in some serious trouble if they don't make a bowl game this year for some reason. Or even if they get to 6 wins. What's going on, Lou? Tech guy here? Oh, Kai, the tech guy. Yeah, okay. What's up, Kai? Bobo is root? Is it surprising that the highest over-under win total in the SEC? Yeah, I was surprised by that, Donovan. Last year, several teams had a 10.5 total. Nobody in the SEC has a 10.5 total this year. There's 4 teams sitting at 9.5. Georgia, Bama, Texas, and Tennessee. Those 4 teams have a win total at 9.5. LSU is at 8.5. Everybody else is below that. But, yeah, I thought Texas would have 10.5. I can kind of understand Georgia, Bama, and Tennessee. They all play each other. They all have other difficult games they have to play. But when you look at Texas, outside of the Georgia game, well, I guess it's the Ohio State game, too, you know. You have to account for that in a win total. Vegas is rarely wrong, so that's very interesting. Being a Georgia fan pre-Kirby was the equivalent of being a Tennessee fan in general. No, Georgia was way better pre-Kirby than what Tennessee has been over the last 20 years. Tennessee hasn't even made it to the SEC championship game since 2007. Georgia was winning SEC titles, never mind making SEC championship games prior to Kirby. I mean, Mark Richt was averaging 10 wins a year. Tennessee hasn't had a coach average 10 wins a year in forever. Yeah, Georgia was a 10-2 team for 15 years. Mark Richt would have made the playoffs 7 or 8 times in a 12-team playoff. And look, I was ready to get rid of Richt. I'm not no Mark Richt simp. I mean, I'm the one that got him fired, for God's sakes.
But that's not a fair comparison. To compare Georgia pre-Kirby to the desert that Tennessee's been wandering in for the last 25 years is just wrong. That's not right at all. Is the film guy a plant? What do you mean by that? I mean, he's a Georgia guy, but he doesn't hide that, does he? He doesn't hide that he's a Georgia fan, does he? I mean, he's a credentialed member of the Georgia media. But he doesn't hide that, does he? So what do you mean, is he a plant? A plant by who? Does Missouri have a rival in the SEC? Closest thing they have to a rival is Oklahoma. Yeah. I kind of take it for granted because Georgia's got 3 legitimate rivalries that date back decades. You know, Florida, Auburn, and Georgia Tech. But there's some teams just like, who's Arkansas's rival? Who's Arkansas's rival? Who's South Carolina's rival? Well, Clemson. You know, Kentucky. Kentucky's rival is who? Tennessee. Kentucky would be like 4th on the Tennessee list. So I don't know. You want to know if the film guy is a CIA plant? You need to log off for a while. There is no Georgia-Bama rivalry. The Georgia and Bama aren't rivals. Bama is LSU, Tennessee, and Auburn. Film guy is the shit. Yeah, I know a lot of people like what he does. I don't. I like him, but I couldn't be less interested in somebody explaining to me the same play over and over again for 15 minutes. I couldn't be less interested in that film study shit. I couldn't fucking care less about watching the same play in slow motion 19 different times from 11 different angles, and look what the left guard did here, and he pulled around it. I couldn't care. It would be impossible for me to care any less. Thoughts on Pat McAfee? I like him on game day. I love him on College Game Day. I hope he doesn't fuck it up by what he's, by something he might do on his other show or whatever. I hope he doesn't. The relationship he has with ESPN and all that, I don't know. But I love him on game day. I don't watch his show, like his daily show or whatever. I see some of the clips that get posted and go around, but I don't watch his show. But I love him on game day. Pat McAfee is getting sued again. Who's suing him now? Oh, I did hear that. That girl from Ole Miss is suing him. Yeah. That's right. I did read that. Do you ever miss Jermaine Burton at UGA? Well, I don't miss him, but I didn't want him to leave. That was several years ago now. Northeast Atlanta is Tech Triangle. Does that upset you? What do you mean? That's Georgia Tech fans live there? What you mean? Most of Atlanta are Georgia fans. Most of the state is Georgia fans. Didn't Jackson Dart cheat on his girlfriend too? I have no idea. I'm sure lots of college kids cheat on their girlfriends. Lou would have kept AD over Burton. Well, AD Mitchell was better than Jermaine Burton, yeah. But
I mean, I don't like losing. I don't like losing players. I don't think anybody likes losing players to the portal, do they? I don't. Vanderbilt hasn't won a road game in 2 years. Oh, you're talking about that video from 2016. Yeah. Hasn't won a road game in 2 damn years. I love how Bama fans act they were snubbed for making the playoffs. Bama fans think they should be in the playoffs if they're 6-6. You know how, I mean, they're retarded. You know, then they go out and lose to Michigan, and they go, "Oh, that didn't count, bowl. You know, we didn't care because we thought we should be in the playoff." Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, 3 years ago when you didn't make the playoffs and you went and beat the shit out of Oklahoma, you claimed that meant something. Then see, told you we were right. We beat Oklahoma. We should have been in the playoffs. Well, then last year you lose to Michigan, and all of a sudden the bowl game's not supposed to be some type of an indication. It's a fucking retard defense mechanism. Every game Bama loses, it didn't mean anything. Yeah. And then they can beat every team they don't play. Lou House. Pete, he's good. He's in Clemson for the spring game tomorrow. I wish we could share memes on here. I don't. Even if you could, I'd block it where you couldn't. That's all I need. It's a bunch of you fucking retards copying and pasting a bunch of dumb shit from Reddit over here in my YouTube chat. That's all I need. You Reddit nerds are a whole different breed. People still use Reddit. Oh, yeah, they got a huge incel community over there of people who can't get laid. Who are you, an incel? No, what do you think? No. Lou about to crash out. Reddit users are why shampoo bottles have instructions. Yeah. 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 These guys, man, I tell you, these incel nerds over on Reddit or wherever the fuck they congregate, you know, they spend the first 25 years of their life trying to get a girlfriend. Can't. Because they're that fucking obnoxious. There's nothing they can do. They're repulsive individuals to the opposite sex. So instead of realizing that and going, okay, what can I do different here? What do I need to change? Instead of doing that, they go, it's like they wake up one day when they're 26 and they go, you know what? It's the woman's fault. And that's it. They're ruined for life after that. I'm pretty good friends with a couple of these woozies. Celine Driver, Huffer Billy Paw. I mean, these people, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what the female has done to them. Actually, it's not even that. The female hasn't done it. They've done it to themselves.
Yes.
They've done it to themselves. It's sad to see. It's sad to see, especially when you know one in real life. It's like it's like having the ability to watch things in slow mo, like a car crash. If you see a car wreck, but you can slow it down and watch it in slow motion. Like
you see it coming. You know it's going to happen. You know it's not going to be good. That's what it's like when you know one of these people personally. But the thing is, just when you start to feel bad for one of these incel type woozies, they go and do something or say something that reminds you why they ended up becoming an incel. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. His fucking knuckles are scraped up. That's what it is. His fucking knuckles are scraped up. You know, a lot of times it's got to do with backwards thinking. Fucking, it's weird. It's real weird. But it's strange when you know one of them. Yeah, it's a lot easier to talk about a group of people when you don't have to personally associate that to somebody you know. But when you know people who are stuck like that, like my buddy Celine Driver, and Huffer Billy Paul, man, it makes you look at it in a whole different light, you know. Now I have some very strong suspicions that a significant number of y'all in the comment section are incels, but because I don't really know you outside of the comment section, I can't say for certain. But I have my suspicions. I'm not going to name you. It's pretty obvious just from reading the comments who you are, but yeah. But some of these knuckle draggers I know in real life. You know, which college football fan base reminds you of incels? Texas A&M. They obviously hate women. They don't even allow them to be cheerleaders. Yeah, I don't know for certain that you're an incel, Donovan. Like I said, I have my suspicions about some of you in the chat, but I don't have enough information to form a solid conclusion. Thoughts on Arch Manning starting for Texas this season? I think he'll be fine. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to win the Heisman or throw for 5,000 yards, but I think he'll be fine. No, Noah, never thought about you in that way. Yeah, video game obsession past the age of 18 is not a dead giveaway, but it's a leading indicator. It's definitely a leading indicator. Might not want to take Junior hunting. I'm definitely not taking my son hunting. Don't worry about that. My son does all his hunting the same place I do mine. And we have a 100% success rate. I actually tricked a hot lady into marrying me. There you go. That's what you got to do. Well, not necessarily marry, but just be with you. Yeah. Yeah, I do all my hunting at Publix, fishing too. What IQ do you need for college football? You've been around here. What do you, I mean, come on. Come on, man. You ever listen to my call-in show, Roger? Any thoughts on the Austin Metcalf story? I don't even know who that is, so I don't know. I don't know what you're about there. Is kidnapping a good strategy to pick up women? No.
I'd love to get you in a deer stand. You'd love it. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds real exciting. Sitting up in a tree in the middle of nowhere for 7 or 8 hours hoping a deer walks by once or twice. That sounds amazing. It sounds amazing. Kid stabbed the other kid at a track meet. Yeah, well, the other kid fucked around and found out. That's what happened. The other kid started something he couldn't finish. Now, probably shouldn't have got stabbed, but you also shouldn't go around starting shit because you don't know what people are going to do. So, unfortunately, that person's unable to learn from the lesson because he's no longer around. Oh, I can definitely piss off the chat. It wouldn't take me. There's 150 people watching. I could have this chat down to 75 people in under 2 minutes if I wanted to. Lou, do you consider Josh Pate to be a 5-star dummy? No. If he was dumb, he would believe the things he says. He doesn't believe the things he says. He works for CBS. He can't. I mean, he's constrained by corporate media, so he's not dumb. He's just, there's things he can't say. Isn't Pate an Auburn fan? Yes. Droovy, thank you. And I like Josh Pate. I told y'all that. Josh Pate's the only corporate media that I listen to on a regular basis when it comes to sports, when it comes to college football. That's it. When it comes to just facts and information, it's hard to beat what Josh Pate does. He's got a team of people working with him, and he operates under the umbrella of CBS, so he's got all kinds of access. He's got a team of people, and when it comes to facts and information, it doesn't get much better than Josh Pate. When it comes to opinions, it doesn't get much worse than Josh Pate or any other corporate type people. I mean, I don't listen to J.D. Pickle as much as I do Josh Pate. I do watch some of J.D. Pickle's stuff, but not as much as I do Josh Pate. No, Josh State pretends publicly to be an Iowa State fan because that doesn't make anybody mad at all. Because no one hates it's Iowa State. Like no one, they're the most like vanilla program on earth. But no, he's not an Iowa State fan. He grew up in West Georgia. That tells you all you need. If you're from this area, you know where he grew up, then you know who he's a fan of. No, I don't watch Aaron Murray on Snaps. I don't even know what is that, a YouTube channel? Yeah, Josh Pate's an Auburn fan. Well, I can't say for sure today that Josh Pate's an Auburn fan, but he grew up an Auburn fan. I think he's an Auburn fan still, but I don't think that biases him. I mean, I've been watching him a long time. I don't see him unnecessarily hyping up Auburn or whatever. But
Most people, in his position, it's better not to tell people he's an Auburn fan. I mean, there's no telling how many people have clicked on this channel, found out I was a Georgia fan, and immediately clicked off. Like, some people just don't want to watch anybody who they know is a fan of a team they don't like. Yeah, and if Lincoln Riley gets it together at some point down the road and starts fielding good defenses, I'll come on here just like I'm having to do now with Lane Kiffin and say, you know what, I might have been wrong. I spent 2 years saying Lane Kiffin's not going to get shit done at Ole Miss. Crash and burn, he's going to flame out. It's not going to work. I was wrong. In the last 2 years, I've had to, every time I talk about Ole Miss, I make a point to mention it every time. I was wrong about Lane Kiffin. I do think Jordan-Hare is a tough place to play. Now, I don't know, third in the country, I don't know. I can't rank stadiums like that because I've only been to a few. So I can't rank like toughest places to play. But I've been a Georgia fan long enough to know that that's a tough place to play. Favorite fight song in college football? Well, I'm a Georgia fan, so I like that one. I think the best college football song, period, end of time, is Southern Cal. Lou, you're related to Lou Holtz. Yes, lots of people with the same first names, especially when one of the people's that's named Lou's not really named Lou. Typically, that's an indication that they're related, yes. Uncle Lou get a wig. That is the Alabama lettuce haircut. Lou, when are you going to take my Florida Gators serious for once? Well, they got to do something. The last time I took Florida serious was 2020. I mean, they've been absolute dog shit since then. So why would anybody take Florida serious right now? They're on the worst 4-year run they've had in 30 years. Why do you take Florida seriously would be a better question. Florida won't win more than 6 games this year. My favorite fight song outside of Auburn is probably Florida or LSU. Yeah, see, nothing against Auburn. Okay? I have no idea what their fight song is. I've got no clue. But that's true for most teams. But I know Southern Cal's. I know Michigan's. I know Notre Dame's. I know Georgia's. I know Florida State's. Well, I guess the Florida State. Here's the thing. When people say fight song, each school technically has a specific song that's their fight song. Some of these songs I'm talking about are not actually the school's fight song, but a song that they're known for. I can't tell you. Auburn, no idea. South Carolina has Sandstorm. Now, that's not their fight song, but they have, that's, they're something that known for something. I can't tell you what Auburn's is. I couldn't tell you what Texas's is. I couldn't tell you what most teams are, but there's a few that I could play 5 seconds. There's a handful of college football songs. I could play 5 seconds of them, and every single one of y'all would know which team it is. Those are the best fight songs. And some of them aren't even fight songs. But, like, I can play 5 seconds of the Florida State war chant. Y'all are going to go Florida State. I could play 5 seconds of Southern Cal, and you'll go Southern Cal. I could play 30 seconds of Auburn, and the entire chat will be sitting around going, no one knows it. That's not an insult to Auburn either. I'm not meaning that to put Auburn down. So, you know, like I said, the majority of college football teams are that way. You wouldn't know it. Rocky Top, as annoying as it is, you hear 5 seconds of the, you know what the fuck it is. Now, I'm a Georgia fan, so I don't know what. If y'all in the chat, if you hear 5 seconds of the Georgia song, do you know it's the Georgia song? Like, would you know that? I honestly don't know. I don't know. So I don't know where Georgia's song would rank in there. But to me, the Southern Cal song is the best college football song of all time. I don't know Alabama's. I don't know what it is. Hang on, Sloopy. I don't know how many people would know that. I know that's Ohio State's halftime. Don't they do that at is it halftime or fourth quarter? And like Florida's got Florida does something like that too. What's the song that Florida sings? But see, I couldn't tell you any band song. The Florida band, I couldn't tell you anything they do. But Florida does do a song. Do they do it at halftime or the fourth quarter? It's the what's that guy's name? He's dead now, kind of like their football program. But what's his name? Tom Petty. Tom Petty. Yeah. Yeah. Richard Petty. This stream is chock full of idiots. Yeah, this ain't your first time here, buddy. You should have known that as soon as you clicked on the video. I'm the lead idiot, though. Get in line behind me. I'm the lead idiot here. The SEC as a whole is on the decline. Yeah, here we go again. Right. SEC on a decline. Let's see. Let's check something here. Let's check the SEC decline. Let's check the decline of the SEC here. Odds to win the national championship. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 10 of the top 17 teams in the country in terms of national title odds. SEC. On the decline. On the decline there. Yeah, on the decline. On the decline. Lou, do you think Gunnar Stockton will have a good season this year? Yeah, I think he'll have a good season. I don't think he's going to put up passing numbers like Carson Beck, but if Georgia can run the ball better than they did last year, then that should be okay. Now, the Big Ten is the best conference right now, but I don't think that's an indication that the SEC is on the decline. I think the Big Ten has gotten better. Adding Oregon helped a lot. I don't know who's going to win that game, Georgia and Bama and Athens. I know who I'm picking to win it, but you know, all I know is I know Georgia will be favored. But I don't know if they can win that one or not. How do you feel about playoff expansion? I don't mind playoff expansion. I mean, I enjoyed the playoffs.
Which conference in the Power Four is the worst? Last year it was the ACC. Conference rankings last year: Big Ten 1, SEC 2, Big 12 3, ACC 4. How do you think the fans will react if FSU beats Bama in week 1? There will be a significant percentage of the Alabama fan base that's calling for DeBoer to be fired if they lose to Bama. I'm not talking about some random idiot on Twitter. I mean, there will be a loud and large portion of the Alabama fan base calling for Kalen DeBoer to be fired if they lose to Florida State. Roger, the last quarterback Southern Cal had that was any good was painting his fingernails. So, to be honest with you, I'd rather have an ugly Carson Beck or Gunnar Stockton with non-painted fingernails than a good-looking QB with painted fingernails. Going to be interesting to see if Billy Napier gets fired this season or not. What do you think about Sellers for Heisman? He's going to run into – they got to win 10 games. That's the problem. Even if you think Lenore Sellers might be one of the best players in college football, you then have to ask yourself, is he going to win enough games? Is South Carolina going to win enough games to put him in contention for a Heisman? And that I don't know. Why did the alligator cross the road? He had his dick stuck in the chicken. The chicken dragged him right across. I don't see how South Carolina doesn't take a step back. The defense was the strength of the team, and they lost everyone. Yeah, I was talking about that earlier today on Bleacher Report. They need help in the running game, and they got to replace a lot on defense. But Lenore Sellers is back, and I think Nicholas Harbor is going to have a breakout year for them at tight end / wide receiver. I think he's going to end up being one of the most dangerous weapons in the SEC this year. Nicholas Harbor. Missouri and Texas A&M most forgettable SEC teams. Look at Auburn's schedule and tell me that Georgia wouldn't go 12-0 with that schedule. It's embarrassing that we're praying for 8-4 with such an easy schedule. Auburn's schedule. Well, I mean, I know they play Georgia and Bama. But let's see. So as far as Georgia going 12-0 against Auburn's schedule, Georgia can't beat Bama. So that's one loss. Let me see, though. Auburn's schedule. Auburn's only like a 2-point favorite in this Baylor game, which is weird to me. I'm going to pick Auburn probably, but it's strange to me that Auburn's that small of a favorite. But let's assume they beat Baylor. Ball State and South Alabama, they should win. At Oklahoma, boy, the Jackson-Arnold situation makes that a very interesting game. At Texas A&M is going to be difficult. Of course, the Georgia game will be difficult. Missouri, I think Auburn can beat Missouri. I think Auburn can beat Arkansas. I think they can beat Kentucky. I think they can beat Vandy, Mercer, Bama. This stretch right here, Auburn needs to run up their wins right here. They need to win all 4 of these: Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vandy. If they win all 4 of those, you got to find, okay, let's see. Let's say they win those 4. Ball State and South Alabama, that's 5, that's 6. Mercer is 7. If they beat Baylor, that's 8.
If they win one of these 2 road games, that would be 9. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, that's not true. I do know. I do know what Auburn's record is going to be. I'm just not telling you until June when I start doing the prediction videos. So I don't know why I said I don't know when I clearly do know. Lou, you are my college game day dream guest. Well, they'd have to have me on remote with Zoom or some shit. I'm not wasting valuable time on a Saturday to travel out to wherever college game day is. They'd have to put me on remotely some type of way. I have to stay here in this room on Saturdays and yell at the TV all day. I heard that Trump is putting tariffs on Bama. Well, that would be pointless since they don't export anything because nothing comes from there. Well, Yellowwood, that's it. 2x4s, that's it. Yeah. Yellowwood's about all that Podunk State has. It's true. What is Monk doing up there? Dude, I didn't even know you were up there. I didn't even know. Did the people see that the monk is right there? The people didn't always see the monk is right there. I didn't even know you were in here, Tudor. That's your Yellowwood. Lou, how can we make you mad? I don't know. Looks like I might have to end the stream without getting mad. It's getting late. It's getting late. Oh, the resident retard is here. What's up, Cookie? Check the Pelicans score. Maybe that will make you mad. Oh, no, don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. What's 24 minus 8? 16? God damn it. Yeah, that did make me mad. You want to hear something that's even crazier? I had yesterday I took the Orlando Magic plus 15, I think. The other team hit or minus 15. Anyway, I lost by 1 point on my NBA bet yesterday, and I just lost that one by 1 point. I had the Pelicans plus 15. They lost by 16. Mormons own me? I don't think that's true. Baltards want Bruce back when they need to focus on baseball. Arian Smith will be missed with Bobo dumbass not knowing his lefts and rights. What? How will Arian Smith be missed? The guy can't catch. I don't understand why anyone would bet on WWE. People bet on WWE? Oh, my God. Grown people?
I believe it.
Do they know it's not real? The WWE is scripted. You're kidding me. People don't bet on WWE. Come on, man.
You're no blackjack expert. Actually, I am a blackjack expert, but it's easy to become a blackjack expert. I mean, any idiot can memorize the book in 3 or 4 minutes. Lou, if you won the lottery, could I have your channel? No, I'd still be on here. Who would win, Ryan Day versus Lane Kiffin? What, in a fight? Well, Lane Kiffin. What made you wear glasses? Hearing loss. No, say that again. All right, I can hear you now. Okay. Where'd the wall go that used to be behind you? I moved it over there. Lou, what made you have hearing loss? What? What'd you say? Ole Miss is pretty rich, but A&M is so rich they don't know what to do with their money. Breaking news. Trump has put 1,000% tariff on Tennessee football team. Pigskin Pete is a better bowler than you. I've never bowled with Pete, so I don't know. We could do it the next time we go to Cherokee. They have a bowling alley up there. I could challenge him to a bowling match. Hey, Lou, can you read this? No. I can't read that. What's that say? What's your OnlyFans? I don't have an OnlyFans, just a feet finder. I better not find out my Uber driver used to play football for UGA. Well, you'll get wherever you're going pretty quick. Don't read this. Oh, too late. Josh Pate gives college football takes straight. Lou is biased. Lou, come watch my dog for me. No. Now I get my daughter to do it. She does the whole pet sitting deal. I'm not doing that. I appreciate that, Sea Cruise Sports. Lou, do they still have Busch Gardens down there? Down where? I don't know. This chat made me lose brain cells. Obviously, because you spelled cells wrong. You're in the bathtub? Why? Soaking in your own fucking nastiness. Get out of the fucking tub. What are you, 4? You got to go to an iron bowl at one point. If I were to do like that would be on my list of, whatever dream games to go to. The Iron Bowl, all the big rivalries, the Iron Bowl, Michigan, Ohio State game, Southern Cal, Notre Dame, LSU at night,
I'd like to go to a West Virginia game in Morgantown. Whatever. There's a bunch of them. Did I watch Yellowstone yet? I watched season 1. It's dog shit. Yeah, it's complete fucking garbage. It's gravy for the shit kickers. That's what it is. It's gravy for shit kickers, and I'm just not into that. Oh, how many of y'all? Some of y'all were watching the call-in show last night. So if you either watched the call-in show last night or you watched the video uploaded earlier, the rant that I went on about moonshine, somebody got mad about that. Somebody in the comments actually got mad about that, and they're like, you need to shut the fuck up. You're a city boy. You wouldn't last 2 weeks out in the country with us fucking whatever cousin fucking whatever they are. You don't know what you're talking about with moonshine. I don't know, some on and on about a city boy or something, and I'm like, well, okay, it's got big fucking mad. What did he say? Oh, I'll find it real quick. Find the comment here. He said, this guy has no clue about free life. Stay in a city and talk your dumb shit. Moonshine is still made today, city boy, and the demand is unbelievable. But you'd never know that living in a city and believing the fake news. Guy got mad because I went on a rant about moonshine. Not only have I never ran a trot line, I've never even heard of a trot line. Dummy. How many trot lines have you ran, John Doman? I'd be curious to know how many trot lines you've ran in your day, bud. Tell me more about your trot lines there. You like watermelon moonshine. There's no such thing as watermelon moonshine. People will tell you it's watermelon flavored, but it's not. It's gasoline flavored. It's all the same. It all tastes the same, too. Yeah, trot lines, he said. What did he say? Guy said, Lou's never run a trot line. Tell me about the trot line, bud. They got white-only pies in Lou's town. I live in one of the blackest cities in America. Dumbass. I tell you. Lou, do you have a favorite Tool song? I like Lateralis. I love Lateralis, yeah. My favorite Tool song of all time is Vicarious, but I go through phases where I'll listen to certain songs like over and over and over again. So I kind of go back and forth on what my favorite might be from time to time. But overall, Vicarious, I think, is my favorite. Yeah, the pot's good, too. Tool is dog shit. Dang. Come on, man. You still have your cat, Monkey? Yeah, right next to you, right here. Yeah, he don't look back. You gotta say hi to it.
Let me say hi to the people. Look how they asking about you, Toot. They was asking about you. They said, hey, you still got the monk? I said, oh, yeah, we still got monk over there. She'll wear it. Don't be a flipper on the tree. That way, yeah, don't be a flipper. Don't be a flipper.
You disturbed her. Now she's going to leave.
Yeah, now she's mad. Now she's mad. I still want to know about that guy's trot line. I think we might have ran him off, pointing out how retarded he was. Breakout season in 2025. Man. Besides the obvious, I mean, I think Texas Tech could be good. Georgia Tech. Who am I leaving out? I don't think there's going to be any surprises in the SEC. Illinois, out of the Big Ten. Does Georgia or Tennessee have more Final Fours? Well, one is more than 0. So I'm going to go with Georgia on that. I can skin a buck. I can run a trot line. And a country boy can't survive. Trot line. Joe Doman, come on back in here and tell us about this trot line, bud. I can skin a buck. I can run a trot line. Joe Doman can survive. He can survive, but he can't fucking spell basic words like trot line. Lou, do a poll who you voted for? Voted for what? Name 3 SEC teams that could beat Louisville. What? Just name it. Just name them. Just any 3. Hell, they can't even beat Kentucky in most years. Come on, man. Texas, Georgia, LSU, Bama, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Ole Miss. 50-50 games, Auburn, Florida. Teams that Arkansas could beat. Teams that Louisville could beat in the SEC. Vandy, Mississippi State, Kentucky. That's it. South Carolina's playing a national championship on Sunday at 3. Yeah, the women's basketball national championship game. It's 1 in the morning. It's 1 in the morning. I gotta go. I'm mad. Y'all kept me up till 1 in the morning. I'm so damn mad. That's it. I'm ending the chat now, y'all.